Hello, everyone, and welcome to the RV Inspection and Care podcast and video. I'm Dwayne. I'm a certified RV inspector, and today we're going to be talking about the top 3 travel trailer RVs that you should consider buying in 2025. Now, travel trailers are the mainstay of the RV industry when it comes to sales. In fact, they often outsell fifth wheels nearly 3 to 1. And when it comes to motorhomes, well, there's no comparison. It's more like 10 to 1 or even more. So travel trailers are the sales kings of the RV industry. But they're also the entry level for almost all categories of RVs. And what do I mean by that? Well, when folks are thinking about RVing, very often what they do is buy a smaller travel trailer first and check it out, and then they progress on to a different RV. That happens a lot, and it's indeed what we actually did before we went full-time RVing. So as a result of all of these things, there's more manufacturers of travel trailers out there than there is any other RV category. And there's also a wider price range for travel trailers as well. In fact, you can buy them very inexpensively. But there's a flip side to that, because we also get most of our complaints about RVs and RVs in general from those cheaper travel trailer owners too. So when it comes to buying RVs, what I've always said, I think really applies in travel trailers. And that is, you often get what you pay for. Now, I have been working on a guide, a buying guide for travel trailers for literally years at this point, because there's so many brands out there, and you need to know them all and need to know the products well to make recommendations about them. So the good news is that as of this video, I'm announcing that that guidebook is finished. And what I'm going to do in this video is take 3 of the brands that I recommend in the guidebook, and we'll go over them here. I can't cover all the brands, but we'll go over what I call the top 3. Now, let me explain in advance. This is not going up to the top of the list and covering the 3 most expensive RVs out there. That would just be easy, but it's not really the most useful information. So what I'm going to cover is the top RV brand for each particular price range. Let's start at the high end, then we'll go to the medium range, and then down to the low cost travel trailers as well. So first up on the list is going to be the high end of the market, and I'm going to recommend Airstream. Now, Airstream is not for everybody, and I know that. But I've made some videos on Airstream that can help you decide whether it's something that will fit you or not. You can see those videos on the screen. I highly recommend that you review them if you're thinking you might be interested in an Airstream, because it will cover both the pros and the cons and help you make a good decision. The one thing that nobody can successfully argue against with Airstream is the fact that they truly can last a lifetime when you buy them. It has worked out that way for lots of RV owners over the years. In fact, Airstream says on their website that roughly 70% of all Airstream travel trailers they've ever made are still in use today. Please tell me what other RV manufacturer can come anywhere close to that kind of claim. Now, Airstream, to produce those kinds of results, they use top quality building materials and methods. It takes them much longer to build their travel trailer than most other travel trailer manufacturers out there, because they take their time on it and tend to do it right. Now, the most popular models of Airstream, though, are going to start somewhere around $100,000 these days. Yes, you can buy others under that price range, but they tend to be very small. So the most popular models are $100,000 and up. Clearly, that's in the high end of the travel trailer market. So if it is something that you feel you can be interested in, then take a good hard look at Airstream. But now let's move down into the medium range, price range for travel trailers. And there's two companies I'm going to recommend here. That's Northwood and Outdoors RV. And I'm recommending them both because they're sister companies. They're owned by the same folks. They're built up in the Pacific Northwest. And they really do build higher quality RVs that are able to be used in 4 seasons. And that's not true of a lot of travel trailers. Now, let me be clear. When I say a 4-season RV, it doesn't mean that they'll withstand every extreme temperature out there. But it does mean that they can be used longer in the year during the 4 seasons. And when you build an RV that's capable of doing that, well, right off the bat, they're usually better built than most other RVs out there. And the truth is that these companies get very good reviews from their owners. Now, they are a higher production builder, but interestingly enough, even though they're still not really well known by the consumers in the RV market. So it may be something that you have not even heard of before. If that's the case, be sure to check them out. They are priced for the mid-range buyer, so their products are going to start somewhere around $50,000, according to RV Trader, because they don't publish MSRP costs on their website. And if you're in that mid-range travel trailer buyer territory, well, then you should check them for sure. Now let's move down to the lower price range for travel trailers. And I'm going to recommend a smaller production builder, Intech. Now, Intech is using a lot of aluminum in their travel trailers, a frame that's aluminum, even a chassis that's aluminum, and it really keeps their products very light. They also like to produce a one-piece fiberglass roof that really makes sure that you don't get a lot of leaks, and that's a good thing for RV buyers as well. And I have to say that overall, the build quality on their products is really good, especially for the lower end of the travel trailer market. Their factories are turning out really good products in that area. Now, one of the most popular models for Intech is the Soul. The Soul is very light. It can be used in many cases by a lot of the vehicles people already own, so that's great. And you can buy a Soul for as little as $36,000 brand new MSRP. So that's more in the affordable range for a lot of folks. Now, these 3 manufacturers and brands, they are not all the ones on my list, not by a long shot. I have more than 55 models of travel trailers that I recommend in my buying guide, and they cover all the price ranges, starting from $20,000 and going up. So I highly recommend that if you want to buy a good RV that's a travel trailer, the best place to start is with the better manufacturers. But I recommend that if you want to really have good success buying a travel trailer, there's more that's needed. I feel that you should use that guidebook along with my new RV buying guide as well, because it will show you how to buy the RV the right way. Unfortunately, a lot of RV buyers don't buy their RVs correctly, and they lose a lot of money by not doing that. So I'll show you in that buying guide a 5-step process that helps make sure that you buy the right RV for you, that you also buy it at the right price, and that it's in good working order and will be ready to be used for many good years to come. In addition to all of that, when you buy my buying guides, you're also going to get my personal help to assist you throughout the buying process with whatever questions you have. I'll be happy to do anything I can to help you feel comfortable in buying the right travel trailer. So hopefully this video here today has been helpful for you and will get you on the pathway toward buying a good RV, the RV of your dreams, a travel trailer that will last you for many years and many good adventures to come. And that's it for now. Have safe and happy travels, my friends, until next time.